What am I doing today? Well, as I told you in a previous video, I was doing my pillowcases. And so I finished embroidering them. This is called embroidering. And so I have to follow through and finish the video. This is part 2, so you can actually see what a nice gift this makes. Now, one lady a long time ago showed me how if you turn your ironing board backwards so that the flat end is here and lay your ironing board this way, when you iron square things, it's much better because we don't want to be cut off with the end of the ironing board. This is a tabletop ironing board that I use when I sew for people, because when you sew, you have to iron as you go. Okay, here's my other one, and I'm going to demonstrate. I'm sure you guys know how to iron, but I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, these are homemade pillowcases that I made. You know, if you buy a sheet, a flat sheet, you can make more pillowcases out of a flat sheet than to spend your money buying the pillowcases. Now, I know everybody's not capable of that, but if you are, just telling you, giving you that hint, because I've been poor in my life and I loved embroidering pillowcases, and I didn't have a whole lot of money. And so I had to do it, you know, a more economical way. So I'm pressing the side seams open because I have never done that since I made the pillowcase. Now, your sheet has a very nice top hem on your flat sheets. So one pair of pillowcase you make and use their same hem on the flat sheet. It used to be hard. You couldn't buy them separately. They were always sold in sheets, sets. But nowadays, you can buy just the bottom. In fact, people might give you their bottom sheets. They don't use them now like they used to. So flat sheets are wonderful fabric for the money, for a lot of things. So anyway, I love sheets. I made curtains out of them, lining. You could hang a sheet curtain up so easily because it already has that wide hem in it. So, all right. I always start at the bottom and work my way this way. And I guess this iron steams, but we have hard water. If you don't have distilled water and you put our hard water in an iron, it's just going to calcify and ruin it. So I don't even use that. I just use my spray bottle. Now, I remember my grandmother, and she had some kind of sprinkler thing, a handheld with holes in it. And she would get all of her laundry she was going to iron. She always had an ironing day. And she would get all of it damp ahead of time with this water thing. I don't even know what it was or what happened. But anyway, that's how she would do it. Now, I have learned that little grandchildren love to iron because it's something they don't ever get to do. Now, they have to be old enough to know it's hot, don't touch it. But I remember when Autumn and Brianna and Carmen, maybe not Carmen so much, were little. And I would let them iron my pillowcases because they just loved doing it. And it was good practice. Some people hate ironing. I kind of like it. See all the wrinkles come out. And then this is the hem. Now, these have wide hems, and some embroidering that you buy, I don't know if they have these. I don't even know if you can buy pillowcases to embroidery, but you could surely do it yourself. I will show you later maybe how to iron on to embroidery. Your own pillowcases. All right, now smooth this out. Sometimes you get puckers here in the corner, like right here. Make sure you push that out and push the other side out. And also, if you crochet, you can just crochet an edge on it, which is not that hard. You think it is. It's not that hard to do. And it's been known that you crochet your lace first and then sew it on to pillowcases. That way you don't have to punch holes in this. It's all sad because it's all such a lost art. And it's so sad to me because our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers did it all the time. Now, usually you would fold it in two again like this and then in thirds, but I want the picture to show when they open up the box. So I'm going to fold it this way so the picture is showing. What am I going to do with these? I don't know yet. I was making them for David and Amy. Now I want them to be a set, so I want to be sure to fold this one in the same way, the same length, you know, so they'll be a match, a set. This is very nice percale cotton. Because that's what I like. Maybe I'll keep them myself. So if you start some now, you could get them done for Christmas presents. Wouldn't it be wonderful if just one Christmas, everything had to be homemade that you gave? And everybody that gave you something, it had to be homemade gifts. That would really bring out the real true meaning of Christmas. The problem is, teenagers, little kids, aren't going to like that too much. They're going to think, what did we do wrong? Okay, center it like this. Like this. They used to have dish towels with embroidered pictures on them, too. I still have my, well, I've made more through the years. There's nothing like a cotton white dish towel. All right, here we go, see? I'm going to put them in a nice box. And there will be my gift to someone. So, we live in a land of plenty now, so nobody does this anymore. All right, next I'm going to show you some of my books I have. Leisure Arts makes these books. I don't know if they still do. Look, I got it for $2.99. I must have bought it in 1940. No, I don't know how long ago. So this is a book of iron-ons. And it's wonderful because it is, all the different ideas you could think of. And you just get fabric, lay your picture, and iron it on. And it makes it so fun. And you can paint the picture or you can embroidery. So you can have these books, get books like this that have iron on. They also sell these in department stores that have fabric and stuff. I saw it at Walmart. Hot iron transfers. And they'll look like this that you iron on. So, if you don't want to do pillowcases, everybody in their grandma uses dish towels. And you can buy just plain dish towels like this. Really nice white ones. And if you're a bread maker, these are the kind you want. Because I don't know why. They don't have it. I know. They don't have any nap on them. Fuzz and threads to get into your bread making. And so when you put the cover on it, when it rises, I always use just my white towels. Okay, so iron it, make it nice, because we want to iron on the picture. I'm going to put it on this side. And I'm going to fold it so that when I put it on the oven door, the picture will show. So I want it right here, right, like right here. Let's put this down a little more so that you can see what I'm doing. You want a hot iron for this, the hottest iron. But don't get it too hot. One time I still have guilt to this day. My grandmother, when I had my kids and was living in her same town in Brookings, she lived there, and she said, Angela, could you help me? I always washed her hair, cut her hair, and curled it for her. So I thought she wanted me to do that, but she said, I have some pillowcases I want to embroider. And she brought her little package of this and wanted me to do it, iron them on for her. And I said, sure. I was happy to do that. Well, the problem was she'd used it before, and sometimes you could only use them once. And so when I tried it, it didn't work, and so I had to have a really hot iron, and I was pressing and doing this. It scorched the pillowcase. I felt so bad, and I was just a poor single mother, so I didn't have a lot of money to, replace it. Anyway, I still feel so bad that I want to cry about that. All right, so here's one that says tomatoes and corn. That's a cute one. And I don't know if these have been used before. I think they might have. So I'm going to try it, but I don't want to scorch mine like I did my grandma's. Oh, no, it's working great. Kind of lift a corner and make sure. All right. There it is. See it? All right. Now, I'm going to give you another idea. If you don't want to embroider, permanent markers. So or even paint, you can use your acrylic paints, because you know how you get paint on your clothes? You can't wash that out for nothing. So what I'm going to do is paint this either with my markers or my paints. And then I do a stitch around it, just a hem stitch around each thing. And they look so professionally, like you really stitched the whole thing. So I'm going to show you that after I finish them. And then we'll have another lesson about how you can do different ones. Because I'm going to tell you another story. I had this friend, a male friend, M-A-L-E, not M-A-I-L. And he loved the Grateful Dead. Well, I wanted, when you give a gift, you find out something they like, and then you go shopping for what their interests are. Well, he loved the Grateful Dead. Absolutely. Went on every, concert that they had that he could go to, he went. So I knew he loved it, but I didn't know where to buy. I mean, I bought him a Grateful Dead t-shirt off of eBay or something, but I wanted to make him something handmade from Grateful Dead. So what I did was, the Grateful Dead have these dancing bears, and I didn't really know too much about it, but I don't know, some artists did it and they loved it. And so dancing bears was a real thing for the Grateful Dead, art thing. So I got a picture of them, and I used my computer and ran them off so that I could iron them on to here. Then I painted them in. I didn't sew them. I painted it, the dancing bears on here, and then I embroidered around it. Anyway, I gave it to him for Christmas and mailed it to him with the t-shirt or whatever. Anyway, he called me later that day, and he was crying. Here he is, a 50-year-old man crying. He goes, Angela, no one has ever given me such a nice, thoughtful gift as this. He goes, wherever did you get it? I can't believe that you got that for me. He goes, this is the only gift I got this Christmas was from you. And it was that. Anyway, oh, did I feel good or what? So anyway, just because I specialized it, he goes, no one ever took that much time on me and made such a nice thing for me. So it was a hit. I was a gift giver hit. So when you give a gift, it's just like some of the friend mail that I've gotten gifts from, and I've said things, and so they knew what I like, and so sure enough, that's what they shop for, the Lucy things. Okay, here we go right here. So I'm going to do homegrown tomatoes and corn. And this, I'll do both of these up. And then I'll do another video when I'm done and show them to you how wonderful. Maybe I'll even show stitching the blanket stitch that I use around it. It's pretty fun to create. And, you know, nowadays people don't create things much like they used to. And, oh, almost got burned. Everybody loves a thoughtful gift that has thought in it and caring. And, you know, even your little children, you could have them paint the dish towel for grandma. They could, you know, draw a picture that they like, something good, practice first, you know, because you want this to be good. And then when they come up with a good picture, then say, okay, now you get to paint it on this dish towel. Because everybody uses dish towels. I don't care how old you are or what you do. You got to have a dish towel in your kitchen to wipe your hands on or something. So, they're good gifts to give. I'm going to do the pumpkin this time. Like if somebody likes cats, you could do the cat that they love. You can also use color books if you're not an artist. But nowadays, you can go on the computer and print out any picture. And they have a pen, a special pencil that you draw onto here. Remember, it has to be backwards. See, this pumpkin word's backwards because it's ironing on. And you draw it outlined, like if it was a color book or just a picture from the computer, with this pen that iron transfers. And then you iron it and the ink irons on. So you can always do that too. So that is just a few little tips for gifts that are fun. You can be creative. And if you muff up on a dish towel, it doesn't matter. You can just use it for yourself and just remember how you goofed. All right. We'll have another video later when I finish these. It might not be till next week. But I did mail the winners. Nikki Weisgaver, I mailed it, and to Linda Jordan. So you're going to be getting your packages from me because you won. Both of you won for February winners. And I have another one done. You want to see it? This is, you know, you got to take the toilet tissue thing out. And this, although you could just put it behind the toilet with for the next roll of toilet paper. They tie on. So anyway, I finished this one the last 2 days. So I'll announce, I like to mail them out 2 at a time because then it saves me from going to the post office every week, you know. So I like to do it 2 at a time. But anyway, I'll be making another one and then I'll mail out 2 more winners. And so that is going to be it for this morning talk show today. If you don't think you like ironing, have you tried sitting while you iron? Because that's more fun to watch TV and just iron away. I did my laundry. I put it all away. And then I'm going to iron a couple of things. My husband loves his shirt fronts ironed if they curl. So I might go in there and look. Does he have any curling ones? And I'll iron them for him. Not that he notices. You know how they only notice when it isn't working, right? That's when they notice. All right, that's going to be it for this day. Thanks for watching.